Man, I gotta like clean out some of the hard drive here, which means that yeah, I guess we're just gonna go back to just chatting at least for a minute. Make sure that I can actually record anything that I record that I need to record. Okay. I don't know what old episodes of stuff do I have that I can get rid of, consigned to the void. Still got Gungeon? Guess I could probably. I want to get rid of Gungeon. I like those. I like that series. What else? What else? Could just get rid of some of. Certainly I got like some old streams or something. Like the Horizon episodes, as I'm creating them, I really don't need to keep them. I think. And if I do, oh boy, well, I might have to go back and redo some of those. Well, that should be fine though. Let's take a look here real quick. Yeah, the raw videos for Horizon 2 should be safe to delete. Those ones have all been done at this point. All right. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, and actually that clears out a lot of space. Good. That'll do it then. Let's open up Dead Cells. What to do today? Yeah, I think that what I'm at least feeling like doing is probably something along the lines of trying to figure out what a new extremely powerful run is, since that has been, well, in the meantime, I mean, it's like maybe just go for a normal mode run until that point, but it's just like, yeah, there's still like, what, especially now that everything has been changed up a decent amount, like what is going to be the most powerful run? I don't know. And that's why I'm just going to ask what's supposed to be going on. First off, though. And come on, OBS. Come on, hook it OBS. There we go. Always takes at least 1 second there now, doesn't it? All right, so let's just start out with. Let's just go with Exploding Crossbow. Or Explosive Crossbow. You know, whatever its name is. I've only played this game for thousands of hours. I mean, how would I even understand what to call something properly? Of course, I wouldn't. It's literally impossible for me to be able to figure that out. Come on. And done. And I'll take that. Also, I'm going to turn down the volume on my end a little bit. Just because it is a little bit loud. Yeah, just to make sure that it's not going to be picked up by the microphone. And that's, of course, the greatest worry of them all. What would even be the current meta type of build right now? I mean, there's still obviously a lot of really good stuff. I mean, maybe even just going with like a two-handed weapon would be still very effective. I guess like thinking about it, you'd still have stuff like Hayabusa gauntlets are still cool. I'll take it because that's fun, and this is also a little bit more closer to the... Can I get out my shield first? Just like 1 second here. Okay. All right. Just got to make sure that, like, I maybe don't stop and try to take out shields when I am trying to attack enemies. I mean, you know, just a good idea there. Why did I think that? I thought I saw a... never mind. I thought I saw a thing there. A scroll fragment, but I guess not. Okay. Anyway. Continuing on here, though. At least like this has been a pretty decent run so far. Yeah, Giant Killer. That's what I was thinking. Maybe like a Giant Killer based run, and you can't shove that in the backpack, unfortunately, because that would be the optimal place to put it, but somewhere else, like keeping it with something else very powerful as a secondary weapon or something like that. And switching back and forth could probably be pretty good. Would that necessarily be like the meta sort of thing as far as the plans would go? I don't think so. I think that would probably require something with a little bit more usability in all situations, right? It's not really the type that I would expect to be like, it's something that's usable everywhere. In the meantime, though, since this is a burner run, I should probably make sure that I am not about to, you know, accidentally spend all of my money and then not have any of it for the real run. Oh, thank you, Miguel Chavez. I was wondering if anybody was going to show up here. Welcome to, I don't know. I mean, the plan for this stream was that I wanted to do like some sort of like what's a good build now that everything has been changed up, you know, rather than just using lightning, the electric whip over and over. I mean, since you're also giving me subs, I don't know, any ideas? Just obviously got like some plain Hayabusa gauntlets, at least for right now, which is nice. But I don't know. I don't really have anything good in mind here. But yeah, thanks for the 2 subs, no less. It's literally the first thing that we got in chat here. All right. God, I should probably just. I mean, I kind of want to just continue on with the Hayabusa gauntlets because those are good items. But also like make a random run. Let's just go. Yeah, let's start it up. I mean, you're the boss here, needless to say. So let's just start up, do casual mode. Maybe we can chat about that as like a conversation, that whole thing, because that's I don't know. I wanted to try and like figure out what I did that most powerful run recently, but it's like, yeah, I don't know what the change would be now to make that. Well, yeah, let's just do regular run. Back to streaming, regular, old, classic, normal mode, casual run. The plan today was maybe try and go for like another most powerful run like I did with the electric whip a little while back, but I didn't have any ideas of what would be the most powerful thing right now. I was thinking maybe like Giant Killer or something, but that's very, very much only based on getting a killing bosses, and that's about it. Who knows? Anybody in chat right now, do you have good ideas on like what an extremely powerful like good Dead Cells run would be after the damage update? Because I've been trying to kind of consider it. And certainly there are very good weapons out there still, but the Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's Bow, and Electric Whip, which are the old standbys, not quite as useful as they were before. I don't know, that's where I just feel like it's gonna be harder to attempt to try and figure out something here. Actually, I'm gonna do this one again. Hey, Drake the Tree Daddy. Welcome to what is a weird, the old weird part of the streams where I try and start and figure out how I want to start here and then restart several times, you know, just because, yeah. I've come for my daily kiss, of course. There you are. Are you honored I'm picking you over Hentai VA VTuber? I mean, that could describe several people that I can think of. Probably also people that I would be watching as well. But, you know, that's how that is. I mean, there's not even just like hentai VA. It's just like also people who have done actual pornography. Also, no, I'm not gonna. We'll restart one more time. That's the deal I'm throwing on the table. Anyway, let's start up the actual run. Another casual normal mode run, but that's because what I want to do right now is poll chat, ask them what is the most powerful run that I could be taking. Because what I wanted to do when I was originally starting out the stream was, hey, let's do something like I did with the Electric Whip, Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's Bow, a couple months back, I think that was at this point. But then I thought, with the new damage update, I don't even know what the most powerful weapons are. So, can anybody, like, what are people who are speedrunning? What are people who are otherwise, you know, like, getting easy, simple wins first try actually using right now? The spoiler weapon and the giant killer. Actually, no, wait, no. Okay, here's restart number 2. When are we getting face reveal? 100,000 subs on YouTube. God, please, it's just like I need to lose some weight. I need to. Maybe what I should do is I should make that like a sub goal on Twitch instead, because I do actually get money for that. Just that would be a thought. Full electric setup because you do not need brain cells. Hey, electric setup's really good though. But like, you know, electric is legit. A lot of the items that do electric damage are pretty good. We don't care about your weight. We care about your lips. I mean, I think the lips are one of the few. Not like, no, you saw my tongue. You haven't seen my lips, I suppose. Sub goal could be better. Yeah, sub goal would also probably make a lot more sense as far as like, you know, especially since I'm doing a lot more streaming. But I'm also still doing videos. We want to see you move while you talk. No, well, actually, yeah. I talked about this before, where it's just like I do, in fact, like do actual emoting and everything like that. But we care about you not restarting one. Okay. All right, start this one up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Another normal mode casual run, but this one I at least have something of a plan for when we're starting here. Because the original plan for this entire stream was do another one similar to the most powerful run that I did a couple months back with the Electric Whip and the Hokuto's Bow and the Alchemic Carbine, but I couldn't actually think of a build that would be even somewhat comparable. So I was thinking that as we are doing this run, what is the best run that I could be doing right now? And also, let's take a little bit of brutality instead of going full survival this time. Yeah, I'd like to use the heavy crossbow or the explosive crossbow, but I also want to keep it, mix it up, do things differently instead of just the same thing over and over. All right. Yeah, the idea here was, of course, we could just use the spoiler weapon, but that's not. I do think that that's maybe not quite what I'm looking for in terms of the most powerful run that I can possibly make right now. Giant Killer could be nice, but it's also one of those weapons that very good against bosses, not so good against regular enemies. Everything else, though. Yeah, we could go with the classic turrets and tactics. That's easy. That's always a good one, but is that the best one right now? Hard to say. There's certainly a lot of good items out there that are all very usable, but when it comes to thinking about what the most optimal run that you could possibly create is, I'm just lost right now. Wolf Trap's still pretty broken. Wolf Trap, unfortunately, I don't think Wolf Trap would work with this build that I'm using right now. Here's the thing, if I die to like a curse or something halfway through this run, then we'll go switch over. We'll go try out some of these suggestions that I'm getting here. Until then, let's at least try to see this one through. And nothing at all. Now then, still want to see a run of only the martial arts weapons and skills, but I always say that it's like one of the big things with those gimmicky type of runs is that using martial arts weapons, like your Hayabusa gauntlets and boots and everything, they're mostly mutually exclusive. Having two of them doesn't really improve them at all. It just kind of, you just end up using whatever the most powerful one is over the other. Probably the Hayabusa gauntlets for the most part, because they're pretty good as far as weapons go. However, it's like Hayabusa gauntlets still some pretty good items. I mean, if you get like really high damage, you get criticals pretty much constantly as long as you get them below half health. 40% health, I think it is. And that can be something that synergizes pretty well with stuff like the instinct to the Master of the Arms. I don't know. It's just... what... yeah, I'm trying to even think, like, right now. What is... if I was going to choose, like, what's the best, at least in my opinion, melee weapon that I could possibly take? I don't even know what I'd say. Because the stuff that I do like has been changed up somewhat. Trying out, like, Flawless or something would be interesting. But that also would be a little bit difficult to use. But still, it's just like a... something that is difficult to use but still gives you a lot of benefits, I think, would be very much something I would be looking for, I think. Scythe Claw, it got nerfed, changed. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like Scythe Claw could easily have been one of those things, especially with, like, using the Adrenaline or Frenzy combo that it had back when it first came out. But, yeah, it's been changed, and as we saw in the last run, still can be pretty good. But it's not, like, an easy win sort of thing that it could have been prior to this point. Especially now that they got rid of Malaise being a thank you. That is, these are the two things that I really needed. Instead of being like a powerhouse that could not be stopped because you no longer take Malaise by getting hit. That would have been amazing. Although that does actually bring up the point that there are a lot of weapons that could just... yeah, I'll throw that in there, sure. There are a lot of weapons that could just be useful now that I haven't really tried out, based around utilizing Rally. I mean, think about like the combo between Vampirism and Tonic. That should be very good right now. And that would actually be something to try out. But then what would you have in your main hand? You know? Scythe Claw is the power of the House of the Cell. I mean, of course. Well, actually, that's not really the powerhouse of the Cell. There is the spoiler weapon, which is definitely more of the Cell powerhouse, if I would call it that. In the meantime, yeah, sure, take Vengeance. Because this might be a throwaway run based on whatever sort of builds that we're coming up with here. To change to crit if you use your other weapon in the last few seconds, that would be something that would be very in line with how a lot of the crits and everything in this game work. Also how crits work in a lot of other games that I've seen before. But Motion Twin has not yet put that sort of weapon into the game. Don't get me wrong. I think it would be interesting. And then would definitely make it be so that, yeah, maybe even make it be like a pretty percent-based damage mutation. Sort of like Brutality-based. But sort of like the Brutality-based version of Kill Rhythm, where it's like switching back and forth, you get like 10%, 20% extra damage on your other weapon. That would be actually kind of cool. And that would really actually encourage you to try and use two primary weapons in both those slots. Or it would just encourage you to use, like, I don't know, Ice Bow. that whole thing. Because there's also a lot of very good secondary weapons. But I mean, you know, it's mostly about trying to maximize your DPS, not like your attack speed then. I think it could work. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Frantic Sword. You know, Frantic Sword has always been an extremely good weapon. That's true. And that one could actually be maybe like the most powerful one right now. Just because it's like the damage is great, scales like super good, easy to fulfill critical condition. All you got to do is, you know, live dangerously. But that's, I mean, have you seen how I've been playing in this run so far? Living dangerously is, that's just how I live. There's no difference between living and living dangerously. Well, you know, Swift Sword plus rare affixes which boost your movement speed alongside Frenzy. I mean, those could be good, but man, trying to actually get the movement speed increasing stuff is just that's a tall ask. Because I know that it's like that has always been a very good combo, that if you get like a legendary or, you know, like very rare, say, corrupted power that gives you increase your movement speed for 10 seconds, that's the perfect combination for that weapon. Good luck actually seeing it in a run, though. That's a little bit too RNG focused, you know? I mean, it's the same sort of thing that I had with the Crow's Wings, where I had the plus 100% damage, or plus 100% duration. It's like, that's great. That is absolutely fantastic for the Crow's Wings. There's no way I'm going to see that in a normal run. Absolutely not. Look, I was able to cheese out enemies no problem at all with that sort of combo, but yeah. I mean, hey, fun combination would, of course, be Barrel Launcher plus the Crow's Wings, leaving you out of range of being hit by most enemies. I mean, it's certainly very, very good for the Hand of the King, but would it be good for everything else? I don't know. That's why, again, I'm kind of polling chat here. Frantic Sword is a bit broken right now. Broken in a good way or a bad way? Because, I mean, that's the entire thing, though. I'm looking for some broken weapons and some broken, you know, the rare parry mutation that boosts speed. Yeah, there are some of those ones out there that also do that. Like, on getting a critical for 5 seconds it boosts speed, and that includes for, like, parries. But it's, again, so rare. I suppose I could try and work towards it, see if I can't make Speedy Speed Boy run. I mean, you know, broken weapon gets shovel. Hey, shovel's nice. I wouldn't call it a broken weapon, though. That's just a good weapon. That is a good, solid weapon. We saw as I was dying in that one stream that that it's very effective at what it does. It's just, you know, pair it with buffed instinct. I mean, of course. It's like, yeah. Ugh. It's like instinct plus criticals are a classic combination of any kind. Any kind of criticals. I mean, it's just like really don't need to. Ugh. I don't like all of these elites showing up here. That's frightening me. Here. Ah, come on. Can I at least get up to half health? What are you doing? Just teleported back and forth. Wouldn't even. I mean, I don't. You know, there's questions of this. Like, why do I even mess around with the vampirism for the most part? The build is Boy's Axe, Frost Blast, Dual Bind, Death Orb, Scarecrow Sickles with Heart of Ice. Scarecrow Sickles, really? Armadillo Pack, Kill Rhythm, Sunlock Boss and Clear Biomes easy. Got the Conjunctivius never to do a move, and the Spoiler Boss only did 2 moves all fight. Why does Heart of Ice work super well? I thought they changed it so that slowing down is, you know, slowing down, it has to be frozen or like rooted. No, it's still there. Huh. Interesting. That would. I know we got Swift Sword right here. Maybe I'll just take that. Try and get this thing to work. The rooting? Because of the Boy's Axe. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because Boy's Axe plus the very fast hits from the Ice Shards. Or Frost Blast, I mean. They do very fast hits from Frost Blast. I mean, you know. No more Dual Bind in the game. Actually, they took that. Actually, they went back on that one. We do still have Dual Bind. That one is still remaining in the game at this point in time, against all odds. Okay, can I just like maybe get a little bit of health back? Dude, of course, is right into the protector. He's never gonna give it to me, is it? Come on now. Frost Blast, which I guess would also still freeze. That is, speedrun setup right now is Javelin, Assault Shield, Hyper Speed, and Powerful Grenade. Yeah, I mean that's all speed stuff though. That's not even like a. I was thinking more like ease of run, which I think like that sort of lockdown thing from Frost Blast and Boy's Axe. I mean, I can see. Is Scarecrow Sickles really that good? Because, yeah, I can obviously see using Death Orb. Death Orb has always been pretty reliable damage dealer, but I always felt like Scarecrow Sickles were just harder to use than I wanted them to be for the most part. Runners use crow wings. Yeah, I had somebody say that in the comment section of the video where I was using crow wings there, that it's just like, oh yeah, that is very much a speedrunner's delight as far as the tech goes. Man, I don't like any of the situation that I found myself in here. Tell me you love me. I love you. 3 silver 53. I love you. Anyway. Scarecrow sickles look great? I don't know. Maybe I just kind of undervalued them a little bit. That'd be also another... Yeah, I'll take it. Fine. That'd be also another... Yeesh. I'm going to let these guys just... Yeah. Just take care of themselves there with the flamethrower turret. Am I your favorite subscriber in the Citadel? You are. I'm Dr. Inferno Firebird, and you're my favorite subscriber in the Citadel. Man, they had that remake of Mass Effect come out. I was sort of considering playing it. I don't know, because I watched other people play the original one, never played it myself. Look, I'm sorry, Uwu, but, you know, you can also be my favorite subscriber in the Citadel. In fact, you know what, Uwu, this is a nice combination. You know what, Uwu, you are also my favorite subscriber in the Citadel. Any other subs want to be my favorite subscriber in the Citadel? I don't know. Especially, I mean, I think about like survival builds. Usually, I really like using stuff like the Giant's Whistle and the like. That's some really big, easy to get burst damage, and does do good against bosses, especially if you have like a lot of cooldown reduction like that. But maybe it's like, if you actually run the numbers, Scarecrow Sickles are indeed better. It wouldn't surprise me there, I suppose. Who's the PogChamp of the Citadel? That Anaconda face. Of course. Now then. You're making fun of poor people? Yeah, well, I mean, look. You're no less valuable. I said this last time too. You're no less valuable as a watcher to me if you're unsubbed, but you do not get to be my favorite PogChamp on the Citadel. I'm sorry. That's just the rules. Now then, I don't know if I've ever used the Swift Sword. Play fast. I don't know if I ever used the Swift Sword fast enough to play properly. You know, that's close enough to what you said. I'm not gonna read it again. Anyway, yeah, it's certainly a weapon that really does require you to get the zoomies, but it does work pretty well when you do. It's just, of course, not having much usage in boss fights that really makes it kind of rough. Oh, thank you, KVGR. You're my favorite little PogChamp on the Citadel. Once again. I went through here when I had 6 enemies left to fight. I should have just done that. Well, anyway, it's like I am totally willing to try out that build, though. I think that's the one to attempt after I inevitably die in this next area. Basically. Maybe Frenzy could be good, considering the thing that I'm doing. But yeah, just like it's not looking super hot, all things considered. Especially when I'm getting doors. Great. The door. Yes, now I am the little PogChamp. Truly, we've all become little PogChamps. That was a very bad reference to stuff. Come on. Start speeding it up. Because, obviously, needless to say, as soon as I get more speed buffs, I get more healing. And there we go. Good. So at least I'm not dying to that. That's fun. You know, to be honest, the frenzy, well, just the damage from the healing that I'm getting from. Okay, never mind. That's where it all went wrong, everybody. You can pinpoint the exact second. Maybe that went a little bit too far. Oh, God. Ah! Okay, try this one again. No. Anybody else want to get down here real quick before I try and thank somebody for another sub? Okay, okay. Thank you, the words time. You're my favorite little PogChamp on the Citadel. Once again. That wrecked? I know, it's working out well. Yeah, okay. Now we're looking at the part where I die here. Once again, it's not the worst thing because that means that I get to try out the new build, which I'm interested in. But I'm still going to try and survive regardless. It's just, man. Legendary cursed sword. Oh, no, no. Okay. Yeah, without the critical, you can't really. All right. You need the speed mutation. Yeah, I know, right? You have crowbar while you have the door? Well, yeah, of course. I guess that's a good combination, but I just feel like the door still is not really, that good enough. Anyway, let's go do this one again. That's right, everybody. We're resetting the run. I'm not even putting up that 18-minute video that I technically created there. You can all come back here and start watching the stream if you want to hear me call people my little PogChamps. Anybody else? Anybody else want to say, want to be my little PogChamp here? All you have to do is be subbed. Anyway, no. Okay. Let's just try this one out here. Should have popped the flask. I shouldn't have overcommitted to trying to fight the lacerator. Yeah, you could also go to the archive channel, but I would say no. Now. I have to restart first. Shut up. It's fine. Look, I got to do a lot of the runs. It's good. Anyway. Let's start this one up. I'm starting this one up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Not so much a casual normal mode run this time. I got a good suggestion for a build that is apparently supposed to be the meta as of right now. So, much like I was doing with the most powerful run a little while back, utilizing both the Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's Bow, and Electric Whip. Yeah. Ah, damn it. I'm just doing that one again. Since I already screwed it up. Doc, call me PogChamp. Well, you didn't technically give that one to me myself. That was KBJR. So I guess KBJR is my favorite PogChamp on the Citadel. I had a professor in college who hated the word utilize. What? I love the word utilize. What's wrong with that word? I don't see what the problem would be there. But you can use the word use instead. Yeah, but I'm... So? Like, there's a lot of words that I can use instead of other words. There's a lot of words that I can use to replace other words. There's a lot of words I can substitute for other words. And so on and so forth. Etc. Anyway. Let's try this one again. No, now I'm stuck on linguistics again. That's the good word. No, the good word is the Bible. And you should all be in church right now. Anyway, back to what we were doing before we started 5 times. All right, starting up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Not going to be a normal mode casual run today. Ha! Okay, this is the last time I'm doing it, I swear. I swear. For real. Okay. Starting up in 5, 4, 3, 2. Not going to be doing a normal mode casual run this time, since I got a good suggestion for a build that's apparently supposed to be the meta. Instead of utilizing the Electric Whip, Hokuto's Bow, Alchemic Carbine, because they have been changed up an awful lot in the last update, instead we're going to use Frost Blast, Boy's Axe, And then I was also told that apparently the sickles are way better than I'm giving them credit for, and of course, the classic Death Orb. I still think that if I'm going for very heavy cooldown reduction and the like, that I would probably want to go with, like, I don't know, Giant Whistle instead? You get very big burst damage, but I suppose that burst damage doesn't work in tiny little bits, which means that it's not going to bypass damage caps on bosses. And of course, there's like but I'm not using that for obvious reasons. Anything else? I guess I do always like the powerful grenade and everything, but I want to try out this run in particular, although they did say Armadillo Pack is also part of the whole set too. Yeah, I mean, there are some very good shields, but let's just keep it open as to whatever I'm going to end up getting from that. Let's do it. See how this one works. See if I totally wang it immediately, because I don't know. It's certainly... This is a bit different, trying to utilize Heart of Ice to really get as much cooldown reduction as possible, then also locking down enemies a whole lot. But hey, we're also going to do it classic dual binding style, because they still haven't taken that one out of the game yet. Soon enough, I'm sure, but not yet. All right, here. This seems like a decent start. And then as soon as I'm able to get the other item, it should be no problem at all. Although I think I might need to take off the dual binding for right now. Yeah, I know you're probably supposed to start with all of the weapons instead of, using it like I'm doing it right now, but let's make it interesting at the very beginning here. That's what I say. Oh, come on. Still think Scarecrow Sickles are a little bit more difficult to use than they're worth, but I am still also willing to try out anything in terms of runs right now. Without, like, the same sort of fallback strategies to get an easy win that I'm used to, why not see if something new has come up in the meantime? It does certainly seem very promising, if nothing else. I don't know, obviously using any sort of very powerful affixes and the like for any one of the items I'm getting is going to be pretty important for my survival. But Armadillo Pack also just in general is, well, it's good. It's a good item. I don't think anybody's going to argue on that. In fact, I would say it's actually such a good mutation that I usually don't really like using it a whole lot. Okay, fine. I'll just freeze everything here too then as well. Oh, Scarecrow makes it seem like they're easy. I mean, I swear the Scarecrow has a larger hitbox is the thing. Like, whatever the Scarecrow is doing, it makes it much easier to hit me. Of course, also the stomp that the dive attack does make a pretty big difference in that move as well. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Just, Well, here, let's open this up first. Electrified and the like. Obviously, any sort of combinations elementally that I can get right now, I'm going to be taking no question at all. I think that that's just an obvious sort of thing for a run like this one. Then... I don't know. I'm looking for the shop here, because that's going to be the thing that will let me kind of like fill out the missing parts of the run right now. I do quite like Wang. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? Great word processors. Act. Okay, then. Anyway. Look, Death Orb is still here. Death Orb still does good damage. And there's Boy's Axe, but I do need some more money first. Shouldn't have spent everything opening up that one gold door. Oh well. I'm sure that I'll be able to find stuff around here. In fact, I've already left a gem on the ground. Okay. Ugh. I don't like music for some reason. I mean, I don't not like music. I just think that everybody that listens to music is stupid. No, but I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, to be honest. So no real reasoning for that or anything. It's just, I don't know. I just find it hard to pick a favorite for stuff like that. Especially because, like, it's so weird. A lot of the music that I listen to is, the explanation even is so stupid that I wouldn't even know where to start. Ooh, let's go get that shield. Current music like pop and rap. Hey, I love, yeah, I love pop and rap stuff. What are you talking about? Especially rap. There's a lot of good stuff coming out right now. Yeah. Come on, can I at least get this to deal a decent amount of damage? The answer is no. Really need to go and almost there, almost getting the money. It's taking forever in terms of not getting hit by every single one of the Inquisitors possible that I'm coming up against. But hey, at least I got a 50% heal as of right now. Get out of here, you. Quit trying to get in my way. Got things to do and people to see. Okay. Now then. But not that. No, pick up the thing. There we go. That's going to be a lot of malaise, but who cares? If this run is going to be as powerful as I'm hoping it will be, then that shouldn't be a problem at all. Fortunately, as of right now, it's like, man, I ran out of money. Ran out of places to get money. All right. I guess, I don't know, sewers, maybe? Some sort of challenge. It's not really supposed to be a challenge. This is actually supposed to be what I've been told is like one of the most powerful runs you can get as the game currently exists. It's just, oh, man, what I should do is I should just restart this one entirely. Yeah, throw it on the pile. All right. Reset it again. That's right, everybody. We're doing the reset. Okay, let's start this one up in 5, 4, 3, 2. You wanged it. I did wang it. It's true. Unfortunately. Do you like spicy food? I wouldn't really say that I'm all that into spicy food. Reset to the streets. Reset to society. All right. Let's start this one up. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm not going to be doing a normal mode casual run today because I've gotten a good suggestion for a run that is apparently supposed to be the current meta, as far as I know. Instead of using Electric Whip, Alchemic Carbine, Hokuto's Bow, apparently it's all about Frost Blast, the Boy's Axe. And I was also told, as far as secondary items go, Death Orb, make sure I pump this up as much as possible to get the S rank, and trying to use Scarecrow Sickles, which I don't know about Scarecrow Sickles. I've never been a huge fan of these as an item, but I suppose that they do a lot of damage in small hits as opposed to something like the Giant's Whistle, which would be stopped by boss damage caps and everything. So maybe it's going to be good. Either way, they should be up at pretty much all the time because this is going to be all about trying to use cooldown reduction to get as much damage as possible out of my secondary skills. I'm going to really lock enemies down and then destroy them with the Death Orb. Let's see how it ends up going. Also, classically, one of the... Forgot to disable that one. There. And also you too. Where is it? Man. Why is it so hard not to get the specific like whatever. Anyway, don't care who's messaging me right now. You're missing one? Yes. I'm missing one. That's how that is. Right into the spoiler one. Okay, well, let's start this one up again, everybody. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. It's not going to be a normal mode casual run today because I've gotten a very specific build that I want to play around with. Utilizing the Boy's Axe, Frost Blast, Scarecrow Sickles, and Death Orb. It's all about locking enemies down and with Heart of Ice getting a ton of cooldown reduction to try and just keep damage from like Death Orb and the Sickles going on at all points in time. It's not quite the traditional run that I'm used to, but now that the Electric Whip, Hokuto's Bow, Alchemic Carbine have been nerfed. I'm willing to try out some different stuff. And since they never, and since Motion Twin never ended up getting rid of dual binding, let's go set that one up right now. All right. Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much, they're a mostly instant cast to shove out that axe into whatever enemy is in front of you, and Frost Blast has a pretty minimal amount of cooldown behind it, so I think, ooh, double damage Death Orb. I'm going to take that one. Because, I don't know, maybe? Well, this one also does poison. Any sort of elemental synergies would probably be good otherwise. And then shields for Armadillo Pack. Because, of course, we're going to go for a very powerful run. Armadillo Pack is definitely going to be one to use. Well, at least to start with, this seems pretty good. It's just as soon as I get the cooldown reduction, that's when the magic should happen. Still, Scarecrow Sickles are difficult to use. And I don't know if maybe it's going to be something where I just get so much cooldown reduction that I'm able to bypass, like trying to dodge around them to maximize the DPS, but I guess we'll see. Because this is right now. Oh, well, that didn't quite work. Anyway, also looking for slow down enemies taking extra damage, also looking for rooted enemies taking extra damage. Every and anything that could work that way seems like it's going to be good for this run. Frankly, I've got high hopes. I just don't have high hopes in me actually executing the whole combination that I'm looking for very well. That's just how it is. I mean, I don't know. This is also, of course, like one of those super gimmicky runs that I'm sure if Motion Twin found out that if it was very powerful, they would probably change. This does not really feel like the sort of thing that would be kosher in terms of how they designed a lot of these weapons to work. But then again, I suppose, I don't know. Maybe this sort of outside-of-the-box thinking should be rewarded, right? Trust me, it's broken? Let's see. I'm trusting you right now, but I mean, hey, I said I was going to do like a lot of viewer-suggested runs, and I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be the meta run right now, or if this is just one that you found that worked particularly well, but this feels like the sort of thing that should be the meta run. I don't know. They already wanted to got dual binding, true, but it's just like, you know, you just press 2 buttons instead of 1. Yeah, so it's like one way or another, it's all going to be very effective. You're still going to have the same effects basically happening. Just needless to say, though, all these items are not really, well, except for maybe Death Orb. I do think Death Orb is very much a primary damage dealer. But I don't even know if I would consider Sickles to quite be that. Come on. Let's see if I... Obviously, first thing to take, going to be... Perfect. Okay, first thing to take, going to be Heart of Ice. That's like the secret sauce that puts this entire run together, right? Past that point, Armadillo Pack. And what was the last thing that you said that I should be taking in terms of looking at mutations? Fast switch? Oh, the Kill Rhythm. Kill Rhythm. Yes, I'm trying to remember the name they gave that, at least in the English version, and that doesn't come to mind very easy. I've been clearly since the very start of this stream, I've been having trouble remembering nouns, probably because I just woke up, but you know how that goes. Could not get to sleep last night, so I am sort of a little bit more tired than usual, which should reflect very well in the other YouTube side of stuff, things that you may or may not be watching. Probably not if I've... Actually, give me a Thunder Shield. I want that. Probably not actually watching if my analytics are to be trusted. Just woke up at 9 p.m. I mean, it's like... I was trying to wake up at 7 because, you know, that's when I do that's when I schedule these streams, but at the same time, it took me like 20 minutes past that point. There we are, and there we go. Fatal Cadence was the name they had in the patch notes. But that's a good one. Cadence is a good name. I'm like using the words use and utilize, which is apparently wrong, at least according to that one professor that somebody said in chat, which I find insulting and bad, considering I just used the word utilize earlier. You know. Give it to me. I'll take some big extra damage on that Frost Blast, please. Although big extra damage on the Boy's Axe, I think, is going to be the more optimal type of build. Ah, well. As it is Heart of Ice. There we go. 1 second. And then it works melee and ranged weapons. Yeah, and that's what you want. And this both freezes and roots enemies. Yeah, we should be good. Kill rhythm is way better. Ah, whatever. Don't overutilize the word utilize. No. Overutilize these nuts. I see. See, now that's the sort of outside-the-box thinking that I want to see. Should probably get rid of the 2 times damage thing. I mean, of course, it is giving me extra damage, but also, like, you know. I feel like that's the sort of thing that will end this run sooner than later. And that's just how that goes, though. Kill rhythm, though, I think is going to be the next one. Yes, Armadillo Pack is great. Good for, like, utilizing my backpack in a better way than I usually do. However, kill rhythm to be able to just spam this just a ton seems like a better option. Just don't get hit forehead. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Your point has been made. All right. Anything else that I'm looking for here? Like, bleeding on thawing might be good. It also could be detrimental to me because then I can't freeze them and utilize my Heart of Ice as much as I want to. Who knows? There's a lot of, like, options here in terms of trying to make this run work. At least the way I see it. Which is that. Press the down button, which is weird. Considering I play on D-pad, usually it's not a problem where I press 2 things at once. Yeah, let's take that out. Just change it out with the more power, with like slightly more powerful, but not as powerful as 2 times damage. However, better, like, you know, the way I'm using. You know what I'm saying. I don't know why I just, like, lost the ability to speak. Oh, man. I would like that. That as a weapon, I mean, any sort of 2-handed crossbows have been serving me well as weapons up to this point. Explosive crossbow especially, but that's not the run we're trying to do today. I'm going with full-on, gimmicky, but surely effective runs instead. He said utilized too many times, literally unwatchable. Man, McFaddy back in the comments doing the whole literally unwatchable thing. Don't think I haven't been seeing you do that, by the way. That has not escaped my gaze. I know you're just going to use that fuel for the fire in the comment section of this video, but still. Dr. Utilized Bird. Of course. I mean, you know, part of being a doctor is utilizing the tools at hand. Okay, what? All right, fine. Point taken, though. I'll stop with the thing. Okay. Look, the bit's already. Oh, and I gotta. It's like this is free damage, baby. Actually, this could also be pretty good as far as fuel for the. As far as fuel for the Armadillo Pack fire goes. Let's see. At least, you know, I'm either gonna die or I'll be able to get 60 kills. Live free or die hard, as you know. That just doesn't mean that I'm not very scared. Oh, that does go through walls. I mean, I guess, yeah, why wouldn't it? But, you know. Let's just get Death Orb out here and then make that work the best. Because that's obviously the one to be using right now. Then I do think Scarecrow Sickles might be worth replacing. Poisons? Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Any sort of elemental synergy is going to do a lot, I would think, in terms of upping my damage. On Frost Blast for right now, but on other things in the future, certainly. And in the meantime, no. Burning and flammable oil. Okay. Lose a little little bit on the frozen target thing, but who cares? That's fine. That actually should be totally okay. All right. What is... Wait, what? Literally unwatchable is the best meme we have. Why is that the best meme? Why can't it be Persona 5 or something? Why does it have to be the one that makes me look bad? Or yes, of course, the... Well, I guess that is actually Persona 5. That's Rat Ann from Persona 5. Everyone's favorite be-ratted person. Ah. Everyone's favorite be-ratted person from that game. There we are. Jeez. Persona 5 is literally unwatchable. I know, right? We're getting to the point where people aren't even commenting on the series anymore. It is a very... It's kind of an incredible sort of evolution. Not even just in commentary-wise, but also just... It's a landmark thing in video making, the sort of depths that it plumbs and then continues to go down over time. How many more episodes until it's done? Probably like 40. You know it's not going to be anytime soon. Oh. Persona 5 more like Slow Sona 5. Well, yeah. They built the game like that. Ugh. Oh, no, you don't. Yeah, I guess the Weirded Warriors can't actually block boys' axe, which is only good for me, I guess. In the meantime, though, still missing 1 power. Okay. Wait, you're not even showing, like, grinding and stuff? What, within Persona? No, not at all. In fact, I cut out every one of the random battles. You only see, storyline and, like, mini-boss ones. Also, I cut out all the parts where you know, you're just like, okay, now I'm going to go study. Because there's a lot of points where it's just like, well, time to go grind out my guts, metastat. Yeah, I cut all that out. Biter goes re. Yeah, I know, right? I'm still surprised that... I don't even know if that's a glitch at this point, or if that's how they want it to... If that's how they want, like, the biters to act. Which, if they do, why? And if they don't, why is it still in the game? Oh, boy. Doesn't matter, though. Already done. Certainly the damage has been fairly impressive right now. I will say that. Not sure about the cooldown reduction, but let's take a look here. Yeah, that's pretty good. It'll become a lot more apparent on bosses, you know, things that don't die in just a couple hits, I would think. Well, let's get to what should prove to be the hardest biome of this entire run. Although the lockdown is working pretty well, otherwise. I love that it's never been taken on. Well, do an SMT5 series. Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know, because, like, I do like me SMT, of course, but is it just going to be like Persona, though? I don't know. Because obviously, like, Nocturne or something, yeah, that's going to be just the original game. However, who knows? It would be just as long and just as painful. Would it, though? Like, I really don't know. I think that, like, because Megami Tensei games have not been nearly as story-focused as, hey, what do you got? Good, not good enough. SMT4 was pretty short story-wise. Yeah, I mean, as it's been for most of the... That's also a fun glitch. As it's been for most of that series, like, it's not even the game... Well, compared to Persona is what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still pretty long games, but compared to Persona, they're like nothing, man. It's not 100 hours. And it's just like, I do like the cyberpunk post-apocalyptic future. How do you not like the cyberpunk post-apocalyptic future? Perfect. And of course, first enemy that's getting Alita down there. Perfect. And then, yeah, so you can't throw out multiple sickles. Something I was kind of wondering about there by having the cooldown reset. In fact, cooldown doesn't reset until you re-get the sickle. Something that I never even noticed until literally right now. Interesting. I guess it's like, yeah, it does have the potential to stay out for a very long time, but... Ooh, powerful Thunder Shield. Yeah, give it. I'm willing to play around with that. Yeah, the slowdown, of course, when you get to bosses, it's going to eventually get to the point where they start resisting it. However, if I kill enemies fast enough, that shouldn't even be a problem in the first place. After all, one of the things that this entire build is going to do is provide a lot of opportunities to get as many attacks as possible. And that means that a lot of bosses might not even attack too much. Who knows? But I played Final Fantasy VI on the channel last year. Did you not see that one? I play other JRPGs. What are you talking about? I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy IX as soon as I figure out some way that I can. Is it on like the PlayStation 4 or something? Because if that's the case, maybe I'll go do that one sooner than later. I was thinking either that or Bravely Default, because that's also on the list of things to do. Yo, this run's popping off, though, by the way. Do want to point that out real quick. Yeah? Okay, there we go. Wait, was it? No, it wasn't. No, wait, you're right. It was Octopath Traveler. It wasn't Bravely Default. I don't know why I confused those two. I guess it's because they came out at roughly the same time. Please excuse me. That was not what I meant to say. All right, what do we got down here? I mean, it's okay, but nothing here is, like, super amazing as of just yet. That said, hey, I'm getting into this next area without using 3 potion charges, so I think we're looking pretty... This run's looking pretty good right now. I'm happy to see something that works fairly well. Yeah, just like lockdown and then big damage from the secondary items. Bravely Default came out way before Octopath? Then I don't know. Armadillo Pack. Always a good defensive option. Yeah, well, the thing is, Final Fantasy IX is on the list, which means that I have to do it regardless of if it's good or bad or not. I'm not entirely sure. Similar here's your jobs vibe. Okay. I mean, no surprise, I've played several games like that, just most recently Tangledeep. So, yeah. Very much took the job system style of gameplay. Even though I never really did too much with jobs in that game. I mostly just... I can't believe you did this to me. Stupid thing. Couldn't get through there fast enough. Oh, well. My awesome run last night ended embarrassingly at the Scarecrow. Join the club is what I would say. So many good runs that I screw up because the Scarecrow is actually a very difficult boss. That's just the truth of the matter. That's how it goes. Just use an emulator? Well, yeah, but I don't have like a copy of Final Fantasy IX to play, even if I did do that. That's the whole thing. Oh, also, hey, Blanco. Welcome back to the stream. Today we're doing some sort of gimmicky but quite powerful build. Pretty happy with how it's been going so far. Lockdown and then big damage from skills, basically. Prevents enemies from attacking pretty much wholesale, while also doing quite a bit of AoE, just based on using the sickles and the other thing. Death Orb alone. I mean, you can really just spam this a lot. Also, thank you, KVGR. Once again, you are my favorite little pog champ on the Citadel. Oh, this would be good for a different build, but I don't know about right now. Yeah, I don't think I can take it in good conscience. Hey, I'm glad to see Boy's Axe coming back. I miss when that was the meta. That was such a powerful build. And it's like, this isn't quite the exact same thing, but certainly it has. I guess, you know, this is sort of like that build reborn, if you think about it. Just slightly different. Slightly different enough to be legally distinct. That whole thing. Vivi is a meme and a half. Vivi's an interesting character because I know about them, but I have never actually played the game, so I don't actually know what they're like in any way. Oh, come on. Survival, man. I'll take even 1 point of survival right now if it means getting 3 stats on a necklace. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Ooh. I survived. Oh. Isn't Black Mage's outfit blue? I mean, the Black Mage thing refers to their usage of magic, not to the colors they wear. That's not the... I mean, I guess, like, yeah, White Mage, I suppose, does, in fact, wear a white cloak. But still. Still. Final Fantasy X, but Doc has to do the Tidus laugh. I mean, do you want Japanese Tidus or do you want American Tidus? The seagull or the ah-ha-ha? I guess which would be Mandark laugh. If y'all know original Cartoon Network cartoons. Yeah, there we go. I'll take it. Also, hey, wait a second. No effect, not heals. Dang. I was hoping for heals, because that would be... Well, that would be me standing around in poison for 10 minutes, but who cares? I can heal back up to full no easy. American? Aw, come on. The Japanese one is so good, though. Again, seagull laugh. Woof. Woofa doofa. It's good, though. Red magic is black and white. I mean, what? I guess if we're talking about, like, Lobotomy Corporation, yes. That is how that, in fact, works. Red element is a combination of both black and white. Still want to play that game again, but it is going to be way too long for a series. All right. But this is Final Fantasy. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, look, the logic of Final Fantasy is, you know. Yeah, red mages are supposed to be like jack of all trade type of characters, right? And then blue mages are the ones that are monster skills, like Gao, basically. But, you know, it's, I suppose I'll deal with it when I get there. What do we got here? Poison. You have poison, right? I do have poison. There's a lot of poison in this build. I'm taking this. Well, there's one poison in this build. The one poison is enough to, you know, enable synergies. That's the important bit here. Yeah, Lobotomy Corporation is also very difficult. I still haven't gotten used to the whole, like, micro... This is embarrassing. To the whole micromanaging aspect of it, at least when I was playing it last. But that's, again, for another time. Not something... I still haven't done Dirt Rally, after all. And that's the most important thing, of course. So easy to get damage to Rooted on Boy's Axe, which is good. Because that's what I want to see. Do I have that right now? I do. Okay, good. I was thinking, it's just like, yeah, I should have that. Yes. Okay. Game always gives me a million Boy's Axe. But, like, yeah, Boy's Axes are great. It's a great item, though. Or not Boy's Axe. The thing. The words are not coming out well today. I'm sorry, everybody. But, Wolf Trap is a pretty good thing in just about anything, even without using a Boy's Axe and all that. Reading is hard. Well, to be fair, I am reading while also playing a video game. And a very difficult video game with that one. Never forget that. I think I'm doing a good job. Man, more poison. This is a more consistent poison and also does get rooted enemies. Yeah, I'll take it. Cannot word today. Whatever. Look, the run's still the gameplay's still good, so what does it matter? That's the only thing people come to the channel for, after all. Money. Think that's the obvious choice here. Yeah, okay. Oh, aka Sickles and Orbs. Sickles and Orbs. Sickles and Orbs. So just clap your hands. So just clap your hands. Oh, there's more stuff up here. That's not common. I mean, I keep trying. You know, here's the thing. Here's what it's like for me thinking today. I keep trying to think of Devil's Haircut lyrics, but instead just immediately come up with Beastie Boy lyrics instead. This is something that I'm sure is extremely relatable. Extremely. Oh, that's just a key. I thought that was a piece of food. Anything else? I'll go grab that for extra money. Yeah. Because can always use that. Hi. What is he saying? Are people not familiar with both the Beastie Boys and Beck? Because I don't want to live in that world. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can be familiar with whoever you want. I won't rain on your parade. Okay, anyway. I don't even know what I'd want right now. Maybe sickles? Different? No, not really. Ah, well. He's a miner? He should not be here if he's a miner. Unless you mean like he works in the mines. Ores. Creeper. Aw, man. See, you guys should know what that is. Nothing. I feel like I should have been able to get that, but I didn't quite do it. Beck's been slapping for the past 20 years? Yeah. Although, I'll be honest, I haven't heard a lot of his more recent stuff. I am mostly familiar with Odelay than anything else. Once again, right through the door. Not a big fan of Beck? Fair enough. I am. Let's go, everybody. Yes, the Backstreet Boys. Ow. Well, there goes a perfect fight, but I suppose that's okay. Most familiar because of the Beck episode of Futurama. You know what? That's pretty well representative. Got hit, unwatchable. Always with the unwatchable. Okay, come on. Quit looking at chat when I'm trying. This build is not that easy to work with. And I know I've gotten hit already, but still. Much worse ways to be familiar with Beck. Sure, fair enough. Perfect. I mean, not a perfect fight, but still well done. All right. Why'd you go goblin for a split second? What do you mean? I'm not a goblin. What are you talking about? I'm a Pontiac Firebird, as we all know. What could you even possibly be referring to? Yeah. I'm not watching at all. Warning. Yeah, you missed out on some good stuff. I mean, despite my own incompetencies, that was a very good Conjunctivius fight. Come on. Walked in the tentacles several times. No root on the tentacles. Yeah, but... oh, wow. Wait, did I actually hit the time? Wow, for these doors, that never happens. Oh, man. Nah. Sure. Why isn't the hot dub bird a Pontiac Firebird, then? Oh, okay. So I might either be a Phoenix or a classic car. I don't know. The lore is inconsistent. Yeah. No, that's it. The lore is inconsistent. The ASMR Goblin died last year. We all know this. We all mourned his passing, but he is no longer here. Such a character does not exist. Your own lore straight. No! I can't. It has to be inconsistent and nonsensical, because otherwise you'll actually... call me out when I get it wrong. I mean, the whole Pontiac Firebird thing is the entire reason why I'm married to a dragon. Of course. In my lore. Ah! Whew. That's close. Okay. Like Donkey from Shrek? Yeah, of course. Or like Uncle Lars from Jimmy. But whatever. There are several... The weird thing... Wow, really? The weird thing is that there are actually several pieces of media that I can name where people marry dragons. Thought you were married to Alex, your rat wife? No, that's the Phoenix one of me. That's my two aspects. I'm like the Holy Trinity. What's the third one? I don't know. Also, you said it wrong. It's terrible rat wife. It's always been the correct pronunciation of that phrase. Since dragons are kind of like fantasy dinosaurs and birds are distantly related to dinosaurs, could a giant bird and dragon have sex? I'm not a bird in this situation. I'm a Pontiac Firebird, which is not a bird. It's a car. But you know what? Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that if I wasn't a Pontiac Firebird, this is okay. Okay, we gotta stop this right now. What the hell is this conversation? Why did I even start this? Phoenix, car, and guitar? No. Star guitar is... No, you said car guitar. I can't read once again. Please excuse me on this entire run. Because I am just like, man, the entire... There's a subreddit for dragons having... Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. No, you're cultured enough to know what I'm... To get the reference. Oh, man. Well, be careful here. Yo, but once again, this run is popping. Though, can I... Can't hit through there. However, I might be able to. Just do it. I wanted to try and go for the sickle hit. Didn't quite happen in the way I wanted it to. Is this worth it? I don't think so. No, well. Why watch Pornhub when Reddit exists? The tagline for the episode, I guess. This is the level of discourse that I am now at. Also, hey, nice. I didn't even need to use that potion charge then. Nah. Doc, finish the game so I can make you hate PoE and Robotrek. Wait, what? I don't know what PoE is. Robotrek is the kids RPG for the Super Nintendo? If I'm right, there seems to be one obscenely stupid conversation every 10 minutes in these streams. Yo, I still think we should replace pepper on tables with garlic powder, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, Path of Exile. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. No, now I know what you're talking about. I don't know about Path of Exile. It's very Diablo type of game, and I'm not super into the loot games. You know? That whole thing. No, we're not getting into that conversation again, even though I'm glad you agree with me. Anyway. I was also conversing with the second guy when we were doing the Persona episode earlier that's just like, yeah, we had this conversation where we're talking about peppers and it turned into this. And he's like, yeah, well, I agree. Garlic powder has to be freshly crushed? Yeah, but that lasts very long. Or very short. The exact... Boy, words are not coming to me today. Oh, man. Would hate Poe because you need to interact with others to get a good build going. Yep. You got me. You got my number. He became Wario Boys. Well, you don't know. Maybe I've always been Wario. Think about it. Think back to it. Are you a freshly crushed pepper? Am I a freshly crushed pepper? Yes. If I can grind my own pepper, I would. Which again sounds very not in that way. But you know. I mean, yeah, I know. It's like, the thing is, yes, fresh garlic is better than the like powdered stuff, but it's like so's fresh pepper. You know, I think that the desire is the same either. God, the words are just—they're not happening. Oh well, let's go back into a different thing. It's like Diablo 3, where you grind long enough to get what you want. In Path of the Enders, you can grind for a week and still not get the legendary you want without buying it from someone else. Oh, so it's that sort of thing. I mean, okay, I'll say this. Compared to other multiplayer stuff, wheeling and dealing in the in-game market, I'm actually way more amicable to. However, I still don't know. But it's just like, yeah, wheeling and dealing, I can do that. Comparatively. I've gotten very rich in some MMOs. In fact, maybe what I should do is go log into some of those multiplayer games and maybe like just go give away all of the money that I got, because I kind of haven't logged into them for like 5 years. Might be a good idea. Anyway. Now then, what else are we looking for here? Pupper Pontiac is just the van from Dumb and Dumber, but as a Firebird. Would it still be like furry though? Wait, what am I doing here? Why am I re-rolling this? Yes. Okay. The economy is entirely player run in the game. I love it personally since there is no gold. Oh, using in-game consumables. Oh, so it's a barter system? That's interesting. But yeah, that's also very like a Diablo with like the soul of Jordan or whatever it was back in the day. At least I remember. At least from what I remember. Look, as we know, like, I got a bad case of the beef brain here once again. So, trying to get me to remember things properly is going to be difficult. It's going to be a tall ask. A tall glass of water, if you would. Okay, just hit all of the buttons. There we go. And then, perfect. Finally, getting a little bit more statage here from necklace. Yeah, Diablo 3 uses gold, and items just go for tens of millions for basic gear. Yeah. It's like that's what you'd expect, though. Oh, I do need to... Man, how am I even going to do this one? I don't want to die to the curse. Because, like, as of right now, the run's been going pretty good. Also, does anybody have any opinions on where I should be going past this? You wearing nothing but your duds today, too? Yeah, every day. Like, that hasn't stopped being a thing. Feathers, would they be like giant feathers or like a bunch of very small feathers? Go for the giant? Maybe. Anybody else have any opinions on this? If you go Sepulchre, the curse wouldn't be so bad since it already has a curse. Yeah, but the problem is that if the first thing I run into is like a hallway full of traps, then I'm probably going to wang it, basically. You know how that goes. That's just how I exist in this world. It's everybody Wang Chung tonight, every night. Just don't wang it. Oh, I know, but it's so hard to not wang it. My nature is to wang it. And so the scorpion says to and so the frog says to the scorpion, but if you wang me, then we'll both drown. And lol, says the scorpion, Lamau. Let's do it. Nothing very good in terms of shielding, but that's okay. Gen Z, Zoomer Scorpion. Zoomer humor. Let's get going. So, okay, Sepulchre, but then it's just like, yeah, you want to see Giant? I mean, Giant, of course, means less opportunity for me to die in the distillery, but I don't know. Wait, this is the cavern. What am I doing? That wasn't right. This was, in fact, the wrong area to go to. I guess it's because you were telling me giant. I was thinking go giant route. And anyway, still, though, I think it's a lot easier to deal with enemies in the Sepulchre versus the caverns and even the Undying Shores, at least depending on whatever the mix of enemies I get there. You know. Well, let's see how this goes. I don't know. I just... went to the wrong thing, apparently. Oh, well. Wait, did I go into the wrong thing? No? Yes? It's got the background. Whatever. I wasn't paying attention. This is Undying Shores? Is it gonna like lead to both Undying Shores and the Sepulchre? No, this is definitely Undying Shores. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this. What have you done? Shut up. Better not wing-wang this. Well. Anyway. Let's continue. Oh yeah, it's also Undying Shores with the with these guys. Fun. Huh. I think I might have killed it, actually. Yes, I did. God, I hate all the enemies that I have unfortunately forced upon myself by taking this route. Ugh. Okay. Well, I didn't wang it here, at least. Still, once again, this is not a great mix of enemies, I gotta say. Still enough to be okay for now. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Hey, at least I don't have to deal with any more curses, though. That's a way to look on the bright side. Ooh, and see? Look, there's a place where I can heal up quite a bit right now. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, nothing good in terms of that, but that's okay. You're one-shotting most enemies? Yeah, it's been a pretty legit run. Not even good just in terms of the build, but also in terms of the stats as well. Which, as always, what is this little area? Weird. Which means, you know, a good run. It's exactly what I said. Okay. Well, hey, you know, you never know. Maybe this is going to be good enough to take down the... There's where Armadillo Pack definitely came in. Maybe this is going to be good enough to take down the character easy enough anyway. Who knows? We'll see. And just keep cleaving my way through everything here. No one makes me suffer like I do. I mean, to be fair, that was just because I wasn't paying attention. Wait, is that fair? Wait, is that even a thing that I wanted to admit to? Well, I did. Can't undo that one. Hey. The Grove Keeper. Keep the Grove Tender. Since we were talking about Risk of Rain 2 last time. Hey, I'm almost at 60 kills, though. That's cool. Once again, I just fear the wanging. by the gods, fear it, Lawrence. The wanging. Oh. Okay, I should be okay. God, I hate this mix of enemies, though, by the way. This mix of enemies is awful. Oh, we'll document Wang. I see. This is... Why does that also have to be the meme? Why can't it be something less insulting to myself? Okay. Oh, gimmicky, super powerful builds. It's like, I was hoping for this sort of outcome, and that's exactly what I got. I think regardless of what happens past this point, I've been very happy with this build. This is definitely one that's going to be on the chopping block in one way or another for Motion Twin in the future. I just do not see this one lasting for a very long time. Oh, someone giving big money here if you do die. I don't think I'm going to whack it. Now, here's a question, though. If I am able to beat the Grove Tender, should I go for the Distillery? What run is this? This is a viewer-suggested run based on, I guess, what the current meta of the game might be. So very powerful. And it's been very effective. I mean, I would suggest just going back and looking at the fight against Conjunctivius. And that's with a survival build. It's quite good. No, go to the beer factory. The beer factory is not an option. We can go to the distillery or we can go to the castle. And whichever one you don't choose will be destroyed. People literally pog after they die. Wait, what? Boy, that would be bad if an apostle came over there. And I don't think there's too much chance for one to even show up. Okay, thank you, our Armadillo Pack, by the way. It's at least making dealing with the ugly worms a lot easier here. Once again, God, this is just the worst combination of enemies to have in an area. It's a good thing the run's going so well. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, ugly worms, toxic miasma, invisible knife thrower guys. These dudes. I mean, I guess, like, Snake Men would have been the other really bad option if I wasn't going to get why can I not remember the name of that character? I should take a masochism. I'll be fine. I mean, I had a specific build that I was going for. And go for I did. You know, I really like the design of this map. I mean, the whole, like, climbing down the cliffs thing is pretty cool. Some, like, little oddities here and there, though. But it's just like, yeah, the general design of it is pretty neat. Okay. I feel like we've been skipping this last stage a lot recently. Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's not really unusual. I actually haven't been skipping it that much, mostly because I've been dying in the last stage, or dying to the Scarecrow, as you do. Oh, like the rain and everything? Yeah, that's also cool. Also got the violins, which they put in a lot. The Fatal Falls and distillery areas. Just violins and movies. Sex on TV. Now, let's get down there, see how let's get this train wreck a-rolling. I'm ready for it. I like the concept of bringing enemies to life, even though it's super annoying practice. I mean, I think that it gives it a different sort of feel as well as play style when you're in there, where you really have to go concentrate on killing the apostles, because otherwise is bad. Which, I mean, is exactly what I do, because I do not want to deal with a whole bunch of, especially the guys that throw their heads at you. That's difficult. It's like I got hit by one of those guys like once in one of the previous runs, and that almost killed me. That's 5-cell mode for you, though. All right, let's do it. I'm feeling mostly confident. This has been a good run up to this point. What I'm saying. I rallied up a good amount of health. Nope, I died. Tried to go for the potion charge there. It didn't quite work. You wanged it. Yeah, whatever. Look, I told you I wang it a lot. Wonder if swapping out shield would be good here. Yeah, probably. But I mean, didn't quite happen like that. Still, overall, though, a very good run. I mean, that whole... the thing is, it was working pretty well, needless to say, but you got to remember that, remember one of the things that we found out about the Scarecrow especially is that basically it does not stun for any amount of time ever. So that's just generally, yeah, like the build is great, just not against the Scarecrow. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Would have probably been better against, I don't know, yeah, Timekeeper in all likelihood, you know. But anyway, that should be that for tonight. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. No, we can do it again on Wednesday. We will reconvene here on Wednesday as per usual, and that is the point in time where, oh, I didn't make the Persona episode public. Well, let's do that right now. There we go.